Thanks, Daniel. You know, I probably couldn't pronounce your name as well in German, so you're all
Jim.
good. So, top spot, this game coming up here, obviously two huge German teams, of course, Mousesports, 2 seasons of EPS winners. Of course, they won in Dubai, they won Season 2 of the Extreme Masters. What do you think going into this game? Obviously, they'd lost their first game and then bounced back against MYM.
And Mousesports are one of these teams that I think, to make a German analogy, are Bayern Munich. You always expect them to be there or thereabouts at the end. They are the favourites for everything. But other teams come along and upset the flow. Alternate, well, I wouldn't call them a Hoffenheim, but they're certainly a team just beneath the #1 level. They're a top team, but they'll always be pretenders to the Mousesports throne.
Pretenders?
Well, look at the history books. Look at the trophy cabinet.
Well, this is also true. I mean, the former great team that we saw, obviously, from Alternate way back in 2006 kind of times, you know, it's kind of coming back together again with Roman going back into the team. We've seen them perform amazingly so far today. Of course, they beat SK to start off the day, and what a start it was.
Yes, beating SK sends out a message to absolutely everyone in this building that Alternate are on song. And if they can continue to do so, then who knows where they could go. Could they beat Mousesports? This would be the match, the result that would send shockwaves out and would, I think, make them very early favourites for the tournament.
Well, let's take a look at the players then that make up these two teams. First of all, we're going with Alternate Attacks. Their first man up is going to be Roman R, a player that's been inside of Alternate for, well, what it seems like an eternity these days. And of course, we'll be looking to steer them to victory in this one. Of course, 25 years old. All of the players in both of these teams, actually apart from one, are from Germany. And second up, we have none other than Pan. Again, an old school player from Alternate, 20 years old. Seems like he's been around forever, Topspot.
Yeah, really. This Alternate lineup has some experience as well as new faces.
Then we have Aprox, 21 years old, again from Germany. You see how Aprox carries the team through. And then another one of those famous players from the Alternate lineup is, of course, Moon, Jan Stoller, 23 years old. And then last but certainly not least, the old new player who, of course, rejoined up with Alternate recently is, of course, Roman, without an R this time. He's 22 years old. So let's take a look at the team they will be facing here. Of course, as I said, they won in Dubai. They won Season 2 of the Intel Extreme Masters. And, of course, they are 2 times ESL Pro Series champions back-to-back. Let's take a look at Mousesports. First of all, coming up here is what could be described as the star player for Mousesports is, of course, Tixo. And we saw him in action in Dubai. Absolutely formidable player, 20 years old. Got a nice smile as well. And then we have second man up. He's going to be Gore. He's 26 years old, the only non-German in the 2 lineups here from Austria. Third man is Gobbeat. Again, a huge, huge fragger for Mousesports. 21 years old. We'll be expecting a lot from Gob in this next game. Then, of course, we have Capio here. One of the louder members of Mousesports, it has to be said, and certainly steers his team to victory quite often. 23 years old, then certainly not the least, but certainly the final member is, of course, Six. He flashed me about 5,000 times prior to one game I was about to cast, and I never forgave him for that one. But he is an amazing AWPer, so as long as he performs to his top level today, I won't say anything bad about him.
Most definitely. He is the man for me that stands out. He's the star player that I think if Six clicks, Mousesports click.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, he's the kind of guy. I mean, I remember seeing 10, 20 clips of Six playing, and I think you probably going mental on most of them, in fact, from that tournament. And, you know, he's an absolutely formidable player that when he's on fire, as you said, Mousesports are on fire. And what about Alton? I mean, who's your kind of star man to look out there?
I look to the old ironic Mousesports players. I'd look to see whether they can... I think for them, they'd love to beat Mousesports on this big stage.
Well, they certainly have performed brilliantly so far today with 2 wins, no losses. They're going to look to make it 3 against their rivals here, Mousesports. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, though, we will have an interview with 2 of the managers before the game. So don't go anywhere. It's Mousesports versus Alternate Attacks coming up here on ESL TV in just a few minutes. So before the game kicks off, we decided to sit down with 2 men who can tell us a little bit more about both of these teams and what they're feeling coming into this game. We'll start off with you, Sig, coming from Alternate Attacks. Are you surprised with the results so far today?
Well, definitely I'm surprised with the win over SK Gaming and the tremendous play versus gameplay, the Finnish team, and yeah, well, we did a great job so far, and hopefully we will continue that.
When you came into this tournament, you were placed in Group B, which is kind of widely acknowledged as being the group of death. It's got the toughest teams down there. Were you expecting to kind of start so strongly, or were you expecting to maybe scrape through the group?
Not at all. We knew we could play good Counter-Strike, and all depends on the first game versus SK. We never won versus them before, and so it was every player was quite interested and highly motivated for that game, and yeah, we did it, and it was like, wow, now we can do everything.
So what about this game? Obviously going up against mouz, who you could say are kind of the arch nemesis, the arch rival of alternate attacks. How much does this game mean to you, maybe not just in this tournament, but on a personal level for the team as well?
Well, we all like the mouz players as long we don't meet them on the server, so it will be a fight. So yeah, I think I hope we will rape them this time, and well, maybe not, but yeah, just ask Jules about it.
Well, Jules, what do you think?
Well, there's always a rivalry between the teams, but it's not that intense that we hate each other. Maybe on the server, but, well, not off the server.
What do you think of Alternate's performance so far? I mean, to kind of almost bypass your performance for a second here, were you expecting Alternate to come out of the block so fast and beat SK and gameplay? Or
Well, of course, we were really impressed. You wouldn't imagine beating SK, and, well, we have to concentrate now and be focused, because we lost our first match against Emulate, and it's going to be really hard if we lose against them now. So we are impressed, we know what we're up to, and we have to win now.
Talk to us about that game against Emulate. Obviously, they were maybe the weak team in the group on paper. Obviously, former WCG winner, maybe not so weak, but on their recent form, they've really not done all that well. Were you really expecting that from Emulate?
Well, to be honest, not really. We thought we would win this one, easy start into the group stage, but well, we had a good start into the match, but we couldn't adjust to the gameplay throughout the match, and then we really struggled, and well, at least we stepped it up against Meet You Makers and won that one.
Yeah, talk to us about that game with Meet You Makers, because you were actually losing quite heavily in the first half.
Yeah, well, the guys already mentioned it. It seems that might be like a terrorist T-side tournament, and we were still pretty confident when we were going into the second round, so we always thought we could still win the match, so it wasn't that bad.
So going forward from this, obviously you've got a tough kind of chance now really to get through into the next stage. Obviously you really need to beat Alternate to go through into those next stages, and depending on other results and things, do you think you can make it through there?
Well, we have to win this one. If we win this one, I think we can make it. If we don't win, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know how they're playing right now, what the results are, so I don't know.
Okay, guys, I'll not keep you too long, because I know both of your teams are almost ready, so good luck, and well, may the best German team win. So, when we come back here after a short break, we will be coming back with Alternate versus mouz, the third game of the day here of the Intel Extreme Masters Continental Finals of Europe. Don't go anywhere. Again, Tosspot, absolutely lightning fast.
You are lightning fast. That's a transition that, well, reeks of professionalism.
I have to kind of do my hair again, because Micah kind of throws a microphone on me and almost breaks my skull in the process. But this game coming up, surely going to be one of the highlights of the day.
Oh, undoubtedly. I can't wait for this one. You know, they talk, we're friends this, we're friends that. It means so much to them to win this game. Yeah. Everything is on the line. The bragging rights for a whole country, the biggest country in European esports, is on this match. And, well, I think that says enough.
Well, I'm kind of interested. We've got a huge crowd here for this game, which is maybe to be expected, you know. It's an all-German battle. I'm kind of wondering who really favours who. No one favours anyone. So let's have a cheer for Mouse Sports if you're with Mouse Sports.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even the Mouse Sports photographers at the front aren't cheering or clapping or anything.
Okay, let's try that again. For alternate attacks, who wants alternate to win? Yeah, about 4 or 5 more people.
This probably suggests that most of these people don't understand whatever we're saying, and that we should get the German commentators back up here.
Yeah, that's certainly a possibility. But we are actually in the game right now with the knife round. Of course, the knife round, if you're not familiar with Counter-Strike, determines who will start on which side, should I say, of the map. And really, Tosspot, this map, Nuke, is really important as far as the knife round goes and which side you start on.
Yes, most definitely. This isn't the easiest of maps to attack, as Alternate will continue to slay down these Mouse Sports players. Sykes kills himself in the end. And there you go. So Alternate are going to pick and get themselves onto that CT side that they wanted. And yeah, that's exactly the point. If you imagine a game of football where you're running uphill for the first half, but you get to run downhill the second half, that's Nuke.
That certainly is. And how much of an impact do you think that now has on Alternate's confidence? Obviously, they sounded pretty confident there. I mean, Sigga was, well, in beating around the bush kind of words without repeating his exact phrase, they are going to beat them badly.
That's what they think. I'm not convinced. I think this is going to be very close. I think Mouse Sports will raise their game from the match that they lost earlier because it's Alternate. And I think Alternate will certainly be looking for the win. So we'll see. It's the pistol round, Joe. Why don't you take us away?
Yeah, certainly. We already know the teams, but I'll give you a quick refresher. For Mouse Sports on the terrorist side is Six, God B, Gore, Tixo, and Capio. And for Alternate is Pan, Roman R, Aprox, Roman, and Moon. So we're already hearing a few shots being exchanged. No doubt in the inside here, God B comes around the out. That's going to really cause some troubles. God B with a double, and Mouse Sports could be in here on this upper bomb site. And we're seeing for a pause already from Aprox, as Roman will reply here. The bomb is planted in the upper side. Pan goes down. Roman still going to work. The returning superstar comes in, and Roman R will join him. And well, Mouse Sports picked to pieces there after a very, very good entry into that upper side, and the plant went down. Roman and Roman R, well, look like brothers there almost.
Yeah, we've got a pause in this game. So let's quickly give you, there's one very, very big game in ongoing right now that was very close. SK versus Crack Clan, and it is 15-13 in that one. That one's already underway, and by all accounts, a thriller ongoing. Still paused, so we can give you some other scores that are ongoing. Mirror versus MTW, that's basically the all-Danish affair. MTW are leading by 6 rounds to 2. Fnatic and Faculty. And Faculty turned their game around to win earlier and are leading against Fnatic by 4 rounds to 2. And the other one ongoing is Blank versus Millennium. And the Swedish side won the first half 13 rounds to 2. So a lot of big games ongoing, a lot of big teams here. And I think if you read any of the comments online, everyone's really enjoying the fact that it's all-star match after all-star match.
Yeah, certainly. One of the great things about the Intel Extreme Masters, when you get to this stage, the Continental Finals and, of course, the World Finals later on in the week, that there are no teams that you can instantly point at and go, they're going to lose, because these teams are the best of the best from around the world. Of course, these European teams, 2 of them here on stage at the moment, Joe, and we have another team, N Faculty from Germany as well, also playing at the moment. So, you know, the Germans, in my opinion, doing really well this tournament, and actually out of the 3 teams, Mouse Sports may be the ones that aren't doing the greatest.
They are the ones that have had that little bit of difficulty getting out of first gear, if you will, even though they are the top team. It'll be very interesting to see how they recover. Having lost that pistol round, it puts them at a disadvantage as well. That first pistol round, when you're on T side, is really, if you win that, a bonus 3 rounds that you really have to convert. Now, though, they're going to have to find those 3 rounds. If they can go into half-time, you know, with 5 on the board, great, we've got a real game on, but that's going to be very difficult.
It certainly is, and well, if Alternate can, you know, build those rounds up and up and up and put it to a point where Mouse Sports can't come back from it, or a situation where it really relies on that pistol round in the second half, that's exactly where they will want to be. We have 2-man defense inside of the ramp room right now. As you can see, Moon is actually just switching off over the ladder into that upper side. And we are seeing a quick push in here from Mouse Sports. Moon, Roman, and Roman are all going to work, and that was easy for Alternate. They just destroy Mouse Sports. It was, of course, an eco round, so you can't read too much into that one. Mouse Sports almost looking like they just wanted that over and done with.
They did. They didn't really want to get any frags on the board. Roman has ranked himself up 8 in total, though, at the beginning, which is certainly the start the doctor ordered for him, and he'll be brimming with confidence going into this, the 3rd round. Mouse Sports are going to drop the bomb and will move this one around as they make their way up. They bought some AKs. This is an interesting maneuver from Mouse here as they fire on through the walls. This is where they're firing on the other side here. And can they do any damage to any of those Alternate players, because those bullets rattle on through the wall? Aprox is saying, well, don't get too confident, because if you come too far round, I may just pick you off. And he's not been able to do so just yet, but he's been able to go a long, long way for the Mouse side. And Capio is waiting for him. Aprox is going to find Capio in just a moment. The pair of them dance around the maple and continue to wait, as neither of them want to go through and commit themselves in. Capio may find himself in trouble. Oh, Aprox with the famous unleashes one. He's in trouble, though, because he don't think he knows about Capio. Oh, but Moon does. Hello. Frag comes in, and Alternate are a man to the good. This slow-paced outside attack doesn't bear the fruits that I think Mouse Sports were hoping it would. They do get one back as they make their way in now. Pan will nade across. Gore has taken one heck of a lot of damage for that Mouse side. Tixo is there as well. Sykes comes up with the frag, picking off Pan. Alternate down a man. Mouse, a man to the good and around. They've got no right to win as they make their way through. Aprox has waited. He and Roman both on low HP. Sykes comes in, finds himself the first frag. Roman goes down, and Mouse Sports find themselves with a bomb to plant, and they do exactly that. And the 2 Alternate players that are left up say, I've got my gun, and I'm going to keep it for the next round. Very impressive from Mouse Sports there, picking up that round, considering they weren't favourites for it.
Yeah, sure. Of course, they went for that early 3rd round buy there. Gores managed to take Roman R's M4 away. Now Aprox will be the only one standing for Alternate. Well, he'll just try to keep a hold of that money, save having to spend the money on it in that next round, the 4th round. Looks like he may just keep a hold of that one as well. Six and Tixo both on the opposite sides here. So bomb will go off. Gob comes in, and Prox was waiting. And actually we have another score update. Crack Clan versus SK finished in a draw, 15 rounds to 15. So that's a bad result really for Crack Clan. They had to beat SK. They lost their first 2 games, and I think that Crack Clan may now be out of these finals. Certainly as far as going through to the playoffs. Of course, 7 teams progress through to the global finals from these European finals, so they still may have a chance to get through there. Alternate, after losing that 3rd round, are now in a little bit of trouble as far as the money goes. Of course, after buying up in that round, they now have to save. A bit of damage coming in there to Roman R, who's having to duck away onto the outer area. Mouse Sports, knowing that Alternate will be on the save here, but they're not going to go rushing in too fast. We'll keep things at a leisurely Mouse Sports-like pace. They continue to bunch around throughout this ramp room. Maybe they'll go lower, maybe they'll go up the ladder and into that upper side. Six is certainly taking a look, and he will catch Roman out completely unaware in that bomb site. And surely now the bomb will come in, the bomb will go down. Moon manages one revenge kill there. He's quickly taken out. Pan and Roman quickly follow. Prox is up there in the vents though, and well, he did a decent job of what he had to work with, which of course was just a pistol, but that will bring us tied up here at 2 rounds to 2.
2 rounds to 2, and good work from Mouse Sports to make it so. And this now puts Alternate with a dilemma. They need to take this round and keep things back on the foot. We talked about Mousesports needing perhaps 5 to go into the half-time with. Well, in all honesty, they're now looking like they're halfway there, or almost. So, very positive start from them. This alternate will drop down. Moon and Gore will exchange the opening frags. Here comes one. Roman, 1, 2. Here go the frags. Aprox has gone down as well, but Roman's done his job. Capio comes flying through with 2 before Roman R says c'est la vie and finishes off the round for alternate. And alternate are back on the board. 3-2.
Yep, this is going to be, I think, the story of this half, you know, back and forth the whole time. And, well, I guess the winning team will kind of be decided maybe in this first half. If Mousesports can get enough rounds on the terrorist side, of course, Nuke is a heavily CT-sided map, then they should be able to carry it through into that next half. Of course, alternate have to take in a decent lead of their own should they want to win this game. Yeah. Have alternate at the moment with a mixture of M4s and FAMASas depending on the money. We have Mousesports with a mixture as well. Couple of Deagles, couple of AKs. They will lose one of those AKs as Capio has a grenade rolled right into his feet. He will find the head of Roman though, but Roman R is there for backup. And we are now down to a 2-on-4. 6 is moving his way in towards ramp room. He knows there's a man around there somewhere as well. But I think he's backed away, the alternate player. And down into that lower bomb site. 6 is looking for another one. He will find it as well onto Aprox, and they bring it back to a 3 versus 2. This is a doable situation now for Mousesports. They have to pick a bomb site, and they have to get the kills on the entry as well. You can see that the alternate players, Roman R and Pan, don't have all that much health, which could make this round even easier for Mousesports. We'll have to see. With 6, 6 goes down. There goes Tixo as well, and Roman R pops out. Well, not really pops out. He was camped rather towards the outer area. And as they came around the corner, it was quite an easy shot for him. And that will put alternate attacks 4 rounds to 2 in the lead. You can see Siga there behind his team, clenching his fists. He's happy with that one. Doesn't seem so vocal. I think he's kind of settled down, wants his players to do exactly what they want to do and get on with the job.
Need to get on with the job. Need to work these rounds down. Mousesports find themselves now, of course, without money and hence without weapons. Previously, they've sort of thrown away those these save rounds and just not really found any frags to make it remotely expensive. That's not the case so far. They've taken their time and they've got a game plan for this one. Hasn't worked as of yet. They've lost a man. There you go. They get themselves 1 and a second frag. Tixo and Goppy claim them. Roman R's come back with one of his own. Capio dropped Roman R. Second frag onto Sykes. And now that leaves just Tixo with his weapon that he's found. Walking on that ramp room, very, very aware that someone may well be either beneath him or to his left. And it was Moon who found the frag. And he was to his left. And that's alternate 5-2.
Not such a bad job there from Mousesports. They got frags. Obviously, they would like to get the bomb down there, but, well, alternate had it pretty much on lockdown from that ladder side. Let's see if alternate can continue this now that Mousesports, of course, have money. And something that Mousesports do quite often is a mixed buy where they can't really afford everything. Rather than doing an eco altogether, they kind of risk things, and they have a couple with Deagles and the rest with AKs, and sometimes, of course, that pays off, but a lot of the times, there's something we saw in Dubai as well from Mousesports, was that mixture, and we had Executor ranting on for probably 4 hours about that, and that is something that Mousesports kind of continue to do. They do like to play their risks, and when they pay off, they do pay off really well from Mousesports.
Yeah, I agree, they take the risks, and there was one in particular that didn't pay off in Dubai. However, I'd rather see them take risks than not. Makes it more exciting for us.
Certainly. Mousesports now look to work their way into one of these bomb sites. Capio in his usual position on the outer area. Oh, Prox is in there as well. Prox is actually at the back of Garage. He picked off Godby's head. Capio got in there quickly though to stop that AWP doing any more damage. It's now down to a 4-on-4. Let's see if Mousesports can do anything else. Capio's just spotted an arm there. He's dropped down and given his position away. as the flashes come around. Capio will be blind, but Mousesports won't follow up on that flashbang. Capio will instead kind of sit back there. Roman it is who's covering that lower area, and Mousesports still are yet to pick up on site to go for. Six will take damage there as he sees Mac one man over the top of the box. He's down to 88. So that's kind of job done for the ramp room man. Romanar comes around, Capio is dead. It's a 3-on-4. At the moment, Pan is bottom of the scoreboard for alternate, 0-on-4. And Mousesports, as you can see, are in on this upper site. Six in trouble. Romanar comes around. There is the bomb being planted in that upper site, and Tixo dealt with Romanar perfectly. Moon and Pan come around, and Pan's first kill will be the final kill of the round. An important one as well, as alternate get in on that bomb, get the defuse, and pick up the round and go 6-2 in the lead.
Yeah, what could have been a Mousesports round there. So good work that alternate were able to shut that one out. But alternate need to keep extending this lead. They need a bit of momentum here, a bit of pace in all honesty, just to dampen Mousesports' spirits so they can't find their way back in. Those frags and the closeness of that last round will have buoyed the Dubai champions. And we'll see now whether they've got anything in the locker that can stop the rock and pull it back as they line themselves up, shooting through into that wall and into the main bomb site. Prox with the AWP chimes in, Sykes goes down, and that's a very big frag for alternate because it gives them control. It puts them now dictating the positions of the Mouse players. It means that Prox can lurk around the back, scout if you will, to find those positions. Capio though picks himself up one onto Moon. Romanar comes back, Capio down. As alternate restore that one-man advantage. Pan fires down through the radio room. Gores get matched by Romanar, who is on absolute fire here. God B comes up with one. Roman's back with another. Tixo says goodnight to a Prox. Oh, hello. Tixo gets himself another one. Roman down, and Pansaman is going to have to save it, and he can't. Tixo with a sensational hat-trick. And wow, that's why you called him the star player early on. What a performance.
Yeah, Tixo always been fantastic for Mousesports, and just proving it there as well once again. And, well, it's those kind of situations where if you're down and out almost in a game, you're feeling that way at least. And you win a 1-on-3 and suddenly you feel top of the world. We'll have to see if Tixo can continue that form. He is top of the scoreboard at the moment for Mousesports on 10-6. You can see Roman out on the other side, 16-4. Has been maybe a little bit more on fire, but alternate at the moment are struggling for money and are having to eco it out this round, which means we could see an aggressive push. Actually, a Prox took damage through the walls, and that's one of the beauties here on Nuke, that you can spray through those walls and take away the health of your opponents without even meeting them. Tixo will start off this round as well, and that will be 4 frags in the last 2 rounds for Tixo. Mousesports will charge through into that ramp room. Capio gets headshotted from the deagle of Roman. Roman finally does go down though. Pan is there as well, and alternate being dangerous here, and that's not good for Mousesports to lose out those early players, and a deagle round can be very, very dangerous. But so far, Mousesports seem to be coping with it fairly well. It's a 3-on-2. Mousesports are going now to plant in the lower bomb site. And let's see if alternate can get back around with their pistols and get the kills. You can see that there are weapons on the floor which have been left from those dead Mousesports players, and alternate, of course, going to try and steal them. It'll save them money going into the next round, and I'm guessing not going to go for this one, probably just run away, keep a hold of this weapon for as long as he can. Prox has got a USB frag actually onto God B on the exit from ramp room. He's only got 4 HP, he's had that since the start of the round. Not really sure how he's managed to hold on for so long.
6-4 now the score, and I think that's a very, very different scenario to what I thought alternate would have liked to have been at this point. Just 2 rounds ago they were 6-1. Tixo perks up and says, you know what, I'm going to change the whole complex of this game. Individually, hands it down, and we've got a pause called. After 10 rounds though, Mousesports find themselves right in the thick of this. They need just a handful more rounds in this half, and they will take this one. I think that we're going to see alternate on the save on this next one as well, which is only going to play into the hands of Mouse. They get to that magic number of 5, and well, perhaps we're already talking about alternate with some trouble. Tixo there, Pats one of his guys on the back. You see Genghis there in the background, sorting things out. Mouz deep in conversation, all at the time when things are going pretty well for them.
Yeah, they've managed to pull these 3 rounds together. I think that, you know, at the start of things, as you said, it was 6-1 to alternate. They were looking like a team who maybe could run away with the CT side here on Nuke, but they've managed to bring it back around. Mousesports now have given themselves a real chance of taking maybe even a lead from this T side going forward. Of course, there's still many rounds to go in this first half, but I think 5-6 rounds, Mousesports will be very happy with that on the T side against alternate.
Yeah, definitely. And alternate, though, will look at this and say, well, Mousesports are almost where they want to be already, and there's still 5 rounds to go in this, so that's a problem that I'm not sure whether alternate have the answer to. It was Got B that needed the pause for Mouz. You look at Mouz on the screen, and they're the ones deep in thought. I look over to that alternate table, and they look a little bit not quite so urgent, not quite so up for this, and I think that's a problem that they need to resolve. That's a problem where experience tells.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, why not use this downtime to talk, even if things are going well, as Mousesports just proved. You know, talk. As long as you communicate, as long as you talk those straps over, there's no reason why, apart from your aim, you can't really execute them. Well, we'll see how this pause affected both of these teams here in this round. Now, alternate do have the money. Let's watch a prox at the start as the AWP's out onto the outside area. I don't think anyone from Mousesports in their right mind will peek, or maybe they will. Let's take a look as Capio looks around. A prox being hit very heavily there. Romanar will come around to give that support to a prox, and Capio did go down, so that's the start alternate we're looking for. Romanar had spotted one up there on the side of the cliff. We've got Gobby returning the kills in from Mousesports as well. So we are now back to a 4-on-4. Could make things a little bit more interesting. The AWP of a prox is out of play. We saw him playing very dangerously with that in ramp room earlier on, and that's maybe where Mousesports are headed here in just a few moments. The bomb is put down inside of lobby for safekeeping. Gob will open squeaky door. The one from alternate actually peeking out of that, but the nades will be thrown in there as a precaution anyway. And then Squeaky gets close. So Mousesports again looking to find a hole in the defense of alternate attacks, and so far this round they've not been able to find it. Of course, God did take down the sniper from from alternate, and that will be a big start. Moon will pick off one, and that's again kind of a slap to the face of Mousesports as they try to get in on this upper side. They don't know where alternate are right now. They're kind of moving in here blindly, using those flashes to cover them as they move in. Where is Moon? He's on the outside. Roman's there for backup as well. God will have to come up big here and get at least 2 frags for Mousesports to get back into this round. Pan comes around, and well, that will be it. Alternate restore their lead to a 3-point margin, and it is 7 rounds to 4.
That was one of those rounds where Mousesports were trying to read and react off the defense there, and they couldn't read it. The book was in a different language, if you would. I mean, they just could not find those alternate players to pierce that hole, and it made it very difficult for them to attack, and in the end they ended up being picked off one by one. Proved costly as they're now on a Deagle round, which will make it very, very difficult for them as Prox comes in, finds himself 1, 2 frags, 3 frags. Hello, this is lovely stuff from a Prox. He's got 4. He's not going to get the 5th as Moon takes it off his toes. But alternate will take the round. It's 8-4.
It was actually shooting at the last man's head then as well. Evil. That would have been a nice ace, even if it was on the eco. Can't take it away from a proc. So, just looking at the scoreboard, see who's pulling their weight and who isn't. Tixo 14 and 8, certainly doing a great job for Mousesports, although they are 8-4 behind. And you look at the alternate scoreboard, and it's looking very, very healthy. All players but Pan are in double figures as far as the points go. Let's see if Mousesports can come back into this one. They could do with making things 8-5, because, as I said earlier on, I think 5 rounds Mousesports would be happy with, especially after the start they had earlier on, which was 6-1 behind. They've managed to pull this one back to a much nicer scoreline. Gore will pick off Roma, and that's the opening frag of this round, and Mousesports look to convert that into more. We have Pan, as usual, defending that ramp room. As as usual, mouse sports are taking things very slowly. We see this, of course, a lot on Nuke at the start of the rounds. The teams just spraying away at those walls, hoping to take those health points away from their opponents, who quite often are up inside of the rafters and hiding in this upper bomb site. At the moment, though, Moon is in quite an aggressive position in that lower area. And Aprox both go to work. That was outside of the ramp room. And now Mousesports have to find a different entrance. And this is one thing that Alternate are doing very well, is they almost seem to put different people in different positions almost every round. And Mousesports, at the moment, have just simply not figured that out. As you can see, they're dropping like flies. Only God B was able to reply. But Alternate will go up 9 rounds to 4.
Yes, and this is very, very good from Alternate. They have got themselves in that position. You're 100% right what you say. They're in a different position every round, and thus that nade that worked last round doesn't work this round. That move that worked doesn't work this round. And it means that come Mousesports attack, they have to try something different almost every time. And their strat book at the moment doesn't appear to have 15 pages in it, but we'll see. This page they use quite a lot. It's the we're on a save, we're going to die really quickly page. And it reads Roman fragging, Sykes, got B going down to Moon, Roman chiming in with another 2, and finishing off with 4 frags in the round. And look at the high fives. They're loving it. It's 10-4, and they've done their job.
I think Alternate right now are getting back into the swing of things. We saw it in the first part of the match where they went 6-1 up. It kind of fell back into the hands of Mousesports, and now I really think almost after the pause, Alternate are actually really getting themselves back on form and back into this game. We have 1 round remaining, and the difference between 10-5 and 11-4, although it doesn't sound that much, is rather a huge difference. And that could prove to be crucial here for Mousesports, so they have to take their time. They have to find those holes in the defense of Alternate if they want to take this round. Sykes will take off 1. Aprox will reply. Moon, Capio, Gob, all getting kills. Kill for kill at the moment here in this one. It's actually a 3-on-2 in favor of Mousesports. The bomb will be planted as well. Aprox comes in from the outer. Capio was peeking from the hook. He goes down. Gob will reply. It's now all on Aprox to win this last round of the first half for Alternate. Will he be able to do it? He has an AWP. He's at quite close range. Will he switch it out for that AK and try and do the damage there? He looks around the corner. Gore was flashed. Now only 1 man remains. It is going to be God B. Can Aprox find this last frag? No, it can't. God B will hold strong. Mousesports take it, and that will leave us with a 10-5 half-time score in favor of Alternate. And before we started this game, I was speaking to someone from Mousesports, and he said to me, I think we'll win this game. I don't think that Alternate will get more than 8 rounds. And unfortunately, he's wrong.
Very true. I think that it's been a very good half from both perspectives. We said if Alternate can get 5 going to half, they'll be, sorry, if Mouse can get 5 going to halftime, they'll be happy. If Alternate can get themselves 10, they would have been happy. So either way, I think both teams will go into that half knowing there's a heck of a lot for them to play with, and I think that's very, very good. We'll give you some score updates, or with Fnatic against InFaculty, the other German side, Fnatic lead 14 rounds to 8. And then in the other live games, we've got Emulate, who lost 14-16 to MYM, a last round decider there, and MTW versus Mirror, otherwise known as ATS. That is live at MTW on match point. They lead 15 rounds to 8. And the other one is Millennium versus Blank, and that is currently Blank winning by 27 rounds to 3. I think that one was a bit one-sided.
Yeah, we have Matthew Ryder, Zalma, on stage with Mousesports to talk about what went wrong and what went right in that first half.
Thank you, Joe. Well, what a round. I'm joined here by the Mousesports manager. Jules, you look a little bit stern, you look a little bit flustered. How are you feeling?
A little bit stoned.
Well, I don't know. It's
I thought you said a
5
little bit
rounds is
stoned.
okay on the CJ side, but we could have won, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 more rounds. There were some close rounds, so, well, a little disappointed, but still it's doable.
Yeah, 5 rounds isn't too bad on the CT side when it comes to Nuke, but Roman has been playing like an absolute beast. He's really been the thorn in your side throughout the half. How are you going to deal with him going into the next half?
Well, I think we're just going to play our tactics and our own game, and won't. I don't think we will change anything. We'll just play our CT side as we practiced, and we'll see.
Who's the stronger player, Tixo, your superstar, or Roman R from Alternate?
Tixo.
Well, we'll let the crowd decide. Back to Joe.
Thank you, Matthew. So, Tixo stronger than Roman R. I don't think the first half has proved that so far.
No, but this also may not be the map for Tixo to shine on as well. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. We'll say go best of 3.
He did pull a 3-man clutch, so we'll give him some benefit of the doubt as yet. So we're going to get straight into the second half here. Any second, of course, the score is 10 rounds to 5. And yeah, 5 rounds, Teesside of Nuke, not all that bad.
No, I think everyone's happy. They've got a game that they can now play on this second half, and the moment, which is about, in fact, to start, I think from Mousesports and Alternate's perspective, they'll both look at this and say, it's in our hands. We will decide our own outcome, our own fate. And if that's the case, then perhaps the stronger opposite side to the first will win it. Anyway, we're going to go live for the pistol round of the second half. It's Mousesports versus Alternate. Joe, take us away.
Yeah, we said in the first half that winning pistol round on T-side is more of a bonus. But actually, at this stage of the game, winning pistol round on T-side is more of something that's going to win you the actual game, because it would put Alternate by, apart from any slip-ups that may happen, and we've seen them already today, that should put them on 13 rounds and 3 away from victory. So this is a big round for Alternate, and of course for Mousesports as well. Let's see how they go in this one, of course, early on. Still here, as actually Prox has worked his way through into that ramp room, and it looks almost empty. You can't see anyone from Mousesports out there. Roman R's taking damage from the outer. We have 6 actually underneath the Alternate team here right now. He's gone back downstairs. I don't want to give too much away as to what's happening, because this is a very slow and almost stealthy pistol round so far from both of these teams, and neither of them have got a frag, and neither of them, certainly Alternate, haven't decided which site they're going to hit, and certainly when. We've just gone past a 1 minute remaining mark in this round as the squeaky door is open, and Alternate are going to rush out into this upper side. Moon taking damage there. He will go down to Godby. Core with a double on the main door. Surely that's going to be a round for Mousesports. Godby will finish things off. 6 is there as well, and that upper side completely dominated there, particularly by Gore inside of the door. It's just hard to come back when you lose 2 men in quick succession like that on pistol.
Really is. Good play from Mousesports. They were quite happy to sit and watch and wait, more importantly, for Alternate. They did their job, they were disciplined, and they won the round. Alternate now are in this tricky position, whereas Mousesports pick that up and pull it back to 10-6. They've got work to do to get themselves back in the ascendancy. Roman decapitated. Tixo comes in with 2. Roman R does get 1 back, but it's only enough for Godby to come in with the final 2. And Mousesports pick that one up with a 5-1 setup. Very, very good round from them to clean out that eco. It sets us up for the last round of the pistol conversion, with Alternate not buying much, just some nades and such. So can see Mousesports pulling this one back.
Yep, 10-7, just 3 rounds to go, and of course, on that stronger CT side, Mousesports are a fairly decent Nuke team as well, so, you know, I don't think it's not, you know, doable for these. And actually, just an interesting fact, before this game, usually we use an elimination system, knock out different maps in the pool to decide which map will be played, but before this game, both teams actually agreed that they will play Nuke, so both of them looking for a great game, and that's certainly what we're seeing right here, as Pan will open up the fragging for Alternate. This could be bad news for Mousesports, but 6 and Capio, along with Gore, will bring things back into the favour of Mouse. Well, Pan, with just 4 HP, is the last man standing. He could sneeze right now and Pan would go down, but instead he will pick off the star man. Tixo is out of it, and it's now a 3 versus 1. Squeaky door is open, a grenade goes into Hunt. Pan had already darted out there to safety, but not for long. 6 had spotted him, and that was an easy frag in the end. So that will bring the score back to 10-8 in favour of Alternate still. But Mousesports closing in very quickly here.
Yeah, this is a must-win round for Alternate. Their first buy round of the second half, and it makes it oh so crucial. It's difficult to attack on Nuke. It's even harder when Mousesports have got rhythm. They've got a little bit of confidence behind them now. You can start to hear Genghis behind them. He's finding his voice up on the stage to cheer them to victory. Alternate now will quickly charge on through the squeaky door. They've not bought this round, I apologize. As the four of them make their way in, Tixo comes in, gets himself one, Pan goes down, and getting some fraggle to Tixo. Capio comes in with one back before he makes it two. God B gets another, and it is all on the last man. That is Roman R. And Sykes finishes off the job. Mousesports 4 to the good in this second half, and that pulls them back within one round. It is 10-9, and they are coasting in this second half.
Yeah, it certainly looks easy for them at the moment. I mean, the defense has not been penetrated once here by Alternate. They've not got the bomb down. Or did they? Yes, they did on pistol, actually. They got the bomb down. But still, on any other round since then, they've really not been able to really find a single way in to either of these bomb sites. And we are going to be seeing a fast push now. It is, of course, a buy round here from Alternate as well. So very, very aggressive play from attacks. Let's see if it works out for them. The smoke's up to cover the ladder. Also onto that main entrance as well. The bomb man is actually up on the hut, and we are going to see a boost up there into rafters from Alternate to try to cover the ladder position, and that's very smart play rather than going for the bomb straight away. A grenade does come out from Gore though. A proxy's out of it, but Roman's going to go aggressive, and it pays off perfectly for Alternate there. God B goes down. The bomb should be planted here any second. And well, Alternate have the upper hand. It's now, well, back into the hands of Mousesports, but the bomb is ticking away. Capio will pick off one. Capio gets his second. They're looking for more here inside of the hut. Moon is the only one able to reply, but still Mousesports get it, and Genghis is up on his feet, high-fiving the players. And you know that when Mousesports come alive, when Genghis gets up on his feet and starts to make a bit of noise.
Capio got 3, great round from him. 2 other points in that half though. The man with the bomb was the man involved in the stack. That was a mistake. They should have got that bomb down because they already had Mouse out a long way. However, when they got that forward spawn point, I was really glad to see that Alternate rushed that, and they almost got something good out of it. However, it puts them on the back foot once again. We're all tied up at 10-10, and despite a very positive round last time, they find the cost of that is that their lead has vanished, and they are staring down in a very, very difficult position. They're slowly building on this round. There are Pan will find himself the frag onto Capio. How on earth he landed that? Great work, and it makes this job just that little bit more easier, because Capio was the man who delivered 3 frags on the last round and is in good form at top fragger for Mousesports in this second half with 9 in total. Suddenly, Mouse have to deal with this Alternate push that hasn't actually taken shape yet. Still players coming around from the outside, but Alternate have got 3 in the radio room now, looking to make their way towards ramp as they push in. Nades come flying out. Oh, a prox! How on earth did he know Gore was there? Instantly looked to the right and found the frag. Alternate have opened up Mousesports like they're on a surgery table, and they make their way through. Tixo comes back with 1, drops Roman, and it pulls Mousesports on back into a 2 versus 4. They lose to one of them. It's 6 that goes down, and Tixo is going to run away. Great work from Alternate. That was instinctively brilliant.
Yeah, 6 played really smart there, actually. He was down in that lower site, hugging against the wall at the end of ramp. 1 player ran past him. He decided not to fire because obviously more people could run out there. They looked to the right and someone came to the left and killed him, so in the end he got nothing. Well, of course, Tixo will at least try to hold on to this M4 until the end of the round, keep it through into the next one, but it will actually put Alternate back into the lead, 11 rounds to 10, and they are very, very close here to causing, you maybe could say, an upset on previous form from the last year, but of course, in terms of today, Mousesports are the team that have lost, not Alternate. They managed to beat SK in the first game. They managed to win their second game. Of course, Mousesports have beaten MYM as well. So this Group B at the moment is all over the place as far as results go. Things really heating up in that. And now Mousesports will look to bring this game back even. If they win this one, it will be 11-11. Let's take a look. See what this Mousesports setup is like.
Roman gets himself one. Tixo also chimes in with a frag as Mouse Sports will continue to work on this one. They are in a 4-on-4. Alternate will edge their way across. It's going to be Moon to make his way in toward that radio room. Nade goes off, lucky he held back as Alternate will push on through. Alternate continue to try and find themselves just a nick onto any one of these Mouse players to force the hole, which they can then push their attack through. Pan decides it's not going to come on the ramp and they back down. It's going to be 2 players now to feel out the tin can and then one through the squeaky door. Doesn't happen this round for them. Gore will make his way back. He's taken a lot of damage on the ramp and the safe play from him to get himself out of there. Tixo also in damage, just by having 4 players from Mouse Sports. 2 of them are walking wounded. One of them's Tixo, walks his way right behind Moon. Oh, what a frag! And played it right perfectly there. He made sure he was in a good position, made sure that he could take down and get out without anybody else seeing him. And it's instantly nullified though into a 3 versus 3 because Mouse Sports then lost someone there themselves. Prox is going to go and put the bomb down in that top site now as he nades down. He's got one behind him that he's very much aware of as he looks up. Pan finds the frag onto Tixo. And this is where Mouse Sports' low HP is really costing them. Godby gets himself the frag onto a Prox. Gore's position's been exposed. We're in a 2 versus 2 as the bomb continues to tick. Godby finds himself a big frag onto Pan. It's only Roman to save the day. He's had the dispatch of Gore. Can he stop the bomb being defused? The answer is yes, he can. Great work from Roman. Great work from Alternate. They lead by 12 rounds to 10. And that was one hell of a round.
Yeah, and that's the exact reason why Roman was brought straight back into the Alternate team. You know, fantastic player, and in my opinion, really has helped Alternate, not just, well, this event to start with, but I think may bring Alternate back to what they were a couple of years ago in 2009. And Mouse Sports and the other German teams have, well, Alternate on the map again to look out for. And of course, after this game, we will be bringing you also a tech talk with Jonathan Fatality Wendell, of course, the 12 times world champion over 5 different games. You don't want to miss that one. That's coming up straight after this game here. And at the moment, the score between Mouse Sports and Alternate is 12 rounds to 10 in favor of Alternate Attacks. They're doing a fantastic job here on T-side of really bringing things back. The score is 5-2. Which is maybe not all that impressive really on paper, but of course as Alternate start to rack those rounds up, they're only now 4 away from taking the victory, and Mouse Sports are on a Deagle Eco round, which means that in all rights they shouldn't win this one. Tix is the one defending inside of ramp room. You can see that Roman and Moon doing their work inside of lobby. It looks like we may see that upper push coming in here from Alternate. Again, they have to be careful because those 2 choke points moving into that upper site can be really deadly when they get hit with grenades. And they're trying to pull those grenades out before they make their real push into that bomb site. Roman has spotted one down in towards the ramp room. We only have 30 seconds to go, so Alternate have to make their move. Tixo is out of the round. And we're going to see the bomb plant here any second. Sykes is just taking a peek down from radio as well. Roman knows he's there. And they're not going to, well, break through the wall actually in the end from a Prox that got the frag. Gore will try and make his way in as well for Mouse Sports. He's charged down by Roman. Last man standing will be Capio. He's efficiently dealt with by Roman. And that will bring Alternate up to 13 rounds to 10. They need just 3 more to take victory. It's looking very possible now from them.
Really is. These 3 rounds in a row that they've claimed have been fantastic for him. The Alternate side look resurgent here. They look like they're asking questions that Mouse Sports perhaps just don't have the answer to at the moment. We'll see. Can that change? Can Mouse claw this one back? Oh, this nade there, I think, from one of the Mouse players forces Capio to charge back around. Capio will run around the outside. Roman and Alternate have already got entrance into this top side. Tixo has to dispatch of Roman with the frag for Mouse. Early frag on the board. Make that 2. Gore's got himself one onto a Prox. That was down in the vents. That's also down in the vents as he annihilates Roman Arm before Pan comes in with the murder onto Capio. Sykes back in on the action, and Mouse Sports finish it off with Gore. He's got 3 frags this round, and they stop the rot. It's 13-11.
Yeah, and that was a questionable decision, in my opinion, from Alternate to actually go down the vents. I mean, there was no one in that upper site. Of course, they didn't know that there were particularly two people, Gore in particular, who was just running along the gantry, firing into the left, into the right vent, that really got the kills and opened up that round for mousesports. And Alternate really hit a brick wall as soon as they dropped down there. And I think they'll be trying to avoid that from now on. Of course, they're going to set up here, spray through those walls, hoping to get the health away from mousesports, so make it easier on the entry to those bomb sites. We have got, of course, the Starman from that lower site in the last round, actually defending on the outer this time. Plan will also spray through the rafters.
And it works, actually. I mean, Roman's down to 15, Sykes down to 42.
Yeah,
it may look like something odd, but pays off.
Yeah, Romanar's down to 90 as well, so the damage has been done here for both teams. And that's exactly why we see that early on in the rounds. Romanar now about to flash and smoke into that upper side. Will we see a push? It doesn't look like it just yet. Alternate, I'm taking things very, very cautiously. They want to find those initial kills before committing and doing what they did the last round, which was just dive straight into the lower side before actually killing anyone down there and finding that there were two men waiting for them that did lots and lots of damage. Good grenade comes flying into Garage there as well, which surely did a fair amount to our procs. He's down to 82 now. Capio still on the inner. Roman is about to push it. Let's stick with Roman as he does flash up into that upper side, and it looks like this will be the main push then from Alternate. Mooney's moving through the hut as well. Panda's coming from the opposite side. Six will come back with a double though. Gore is there for support. Can Romanar do anything in this position? Moon will finally take down Gore, but they have to be careful because still Six remains. He dropped down through the vents and has now completely escaped from this. He's only got 23 HP, 1 versus 3, and to me it looks like Six will instead decide to keep a hold of that M4 and see what he can do with it next round, rather than trying to go in there 1 versus 3 and basically throwing it away now.
Yeah, I think because mousesports have only won 1 in 4, they probably won't be able to buy this next round, so maybe be interesting to see what they can do in this next round. It's getting to the point, though, Joe, where no one can afford to drop around. No one can afford to say, right, we'll do it next round, because now at 14-11, mousesports are in a position where, regardless, they've got to go for it this round and every round, otherwise it's match point. And they want the win. They need the win. And so it makes it do or die time here. Alternate, 14-11, 2 rounds for victory against mousesports. Can they finish it off? Here we go. Roman leading the assault for them as they nade through the squeaky door. This is going to be a quick push coming in here from Roman as they charge on through. Roman sticks himself up at the back now, hiding down by the vents. He will dart back out of harm's way. Approx, lovely headshot onto Tixo. That's quite beautiful. As Alternate will now look to make the most of their geographical position here on the top site. They just can't quite find enough players. One of them is Capio, who is darting and weaving on the top of that ladder. He's got company as well from one with an M4. I think that could be Tixo with his from the last round. Roman will nail it up there. Alternate want to get in on that site safely and put that bomb down, but at the moment mousesports are just making it too dangerous of a proposition. Gore is about to get involved here as he comes in from the back. Pan's got himself 1, Sykes has got himself 2, Gore gets himself the frag onto 1, and this should be a mousesports round unless Roman can say something about it, and he can! Can you believe it? A triple frag at the end. Poor Alternate picks up the round, sends them to match point, and well, you've said it before, that's why he's back. And he is back.
Yeah, fantastic play from Roman. Just looking at this guy, he's not even top fragging right now, but those situations where he really needs to pull it out of the bag for Alternate, he seems to do it almost every single time. At the moment, Roman just moving his way in for another, what looks like a fairly quick attack down towards Ramp Room. Don't forget the score is 15-11. That means 4 points for Alternate to pick up just the one more round that they need to win this game and defeat mousesports in this group stage. And maybe that will almost see them through in top of the table without a shadow of a doubt, maybe. I mean, they're 3 games undefeated so far if they manage to win against mousesports now. So they certainly will go through in towards the playoffs. Roman will spray down into Ramp Room. Capio not looking good really for mouz sports. Look at those weapons. That is not a good sign for the Extreme Masters Season 2 champions, the Global Challenge Dubai winners, and of course 2 times back-to-back, I might add, EPS Germany winners as well. So they really have to pull something special out this round, otherwise you can basically say that Alternate have this one. Now for Prox now moving in slowly. It looks like we could be seeing that movement now from Alternate. The squeaky door will get open. Here comes Tixo. He goes aggressive and he will get the headshot onto a Prox. Picked up his gun, backed away. Roman will reply. 6 goes down, but still Alternate, of course, have the advantage. They have the weapons going into this one. Gore will pick off one with a FAMAS. He gets his second and his third. Brilliant stuff from Gore. Roman the only one to reply. And I said it'll take something special from mouz sports, and Gore has just thrown that right into the mix. Romanar is the only man standing. He's got the bomb, but he's up against 2 from mouz. See if he can do it. He's got Godby to his left. He didn't see him in time. Godby gets the frag, and that brings it back to 15-12. 3 rounds to go, and still mouz sports could come back for the draw.
I tell you what, when you need something, when you have to pull something out of the bag, mouz sports are a team who have 5 players on their lineup who can deliver at any given moment. Clutch has a new meaning, boys and girls. And Alternate find themselves financially having to swap weapons, not in a good position in this one. And mouz sports also with a few FAMASes. This is a buy what you can round from both teams, neither of them wanting to give either one an inch on this one. Alternate could afford to have saved and gone in stronger next round. They've decided to go in all guns blazing and put the bomb down on the top site, duly delivered by Moon. This could be it from them. They've got a 5-man afterplant situation. Make that 4 as Tixo gets a frag onto Romanar. mouz sports look to recover here, but Alternate have withdrawn, and mouz sports are going to have to go looking for them to find those frags. Got B's, got one of them. 3 left up for Alternate. mouz sports lose another one, but here we go. They're going to get the last 2 frags. There's just 1 man left standing, and they found him. It's Roman that goes down. mouz sports pick it up. What a phenomenal performance from them. They just will not die.
And that was close as well on the defuse. Roman again doing a great job from Hunt. He managed 2 frags, wasn't quite enough, and he almost ran the timer out just enough to get that round and let the bomb explode. But it brings the score back to 15-13. 2 rounds remaining. Both have to go to mouz sports. Otherwise, this game is going to Alternate attacks. And well, mouz know what they need to do, but the good thing for them is that Alternate, of course, have no money. Last round should have been the round that Alternate saved. Rather than risking it, they should have played it safe, and now they will suffer for that if they aren't able to pull anything out of this one. Gore will take down a Prox as they continue to push. 6 with 2 inside of ramp room, and well, this on paper is an easy round, and it's certainly looking that way as well, as Pan will be shut down right in the face by Capio. He drops in front of him there from Hunt. That will bring the score to 15-14. We hit the last round of this game. Of course, just 1 map. It is the group stage, so we can still see a draw. What can Alternate afford to buy, and can they finally get themselves onto that magic 16?
Oh, Joe, I'm excited for this one. mouz sports have finally picked up a little bit of momentum going into this. Alternate have got weapons, having just bought Deagles on that last one for some of them. They've played brilliantly this match, Alternate. They've played brilliantly today. But have mouz sports just got a touch of class too much for them? Or has the Prox got the answer with the opening frag onto Tixo? Alternate are 4 frags away from picking up this match. mouz need to save this. Capio's been drawn outside. In fact, 2 of the mouz sports, like flies to a slaughter, have been drawn outside where the frag was delivered. mouz sports can't be so baited. They recover. Roman's down to just 2 points of health. And for all the glory of having that first frag, mouz have almost got one of their own. Sykes has taken quite some damage though. mouz sports recover as Alternate quite literally walk into that top site. Pan takes some damage. Bomb now about to go in as nades make their way up to the top of the ladder. Bomb planted by Pan, who has been phenomenal this half. Nade is waiting to come. Sykes gets himself the frag onto a Prox that he had no right to get. Can you believe it? As he makes his way in from the outside now. mouz sports have got a 4-on-4 to recover this bomb site as they make their way forward. It's Sykes pushing across. Pan and Moon deliver with frags. Got Beast, got one from Mouse back. Make that two. Roman comes in with one. It's Gore to recover from the outside for Mouse, but surely there's not going to be enough time. There isn't. An alternate at defeating Mousesports in the very last round. 16-14. It was an absolute thriller.
We said before this game, Tosspot, that this game may just be the game of the day, and I think we were proved absolutely right there. Mousesports, of course, were behind for a long while in that second half. Then all of a sudden they came out fighting. Alternate then got back on it, and they got themselves up to that magic 15, the game point situation. But from there, it took them so painfully long, especially for Siggy. The manager must have been sat there absolutely biting his nails and maybe just chewing his fingers down to the bone. But in the end, Alternate, well, fantastic.
It's the only word that can be used to describe Alternate. They've given Mouse a real rollicking out there on the stage. They've made sure that there was never a dull round, never a moment where they could lose it. And in all honesty, thank you to them. Thank you. It was a really top-notch game that we enjoyed every minute of, and I think the players, or the performers on the stage, are owed quite some credit for that.
Yeah, again, an amazing performance from both sides, and, well, it's just great to watch. Fantastic to watch. Of course, we still have 2 more games going out here tonight. SK versus Mousesports. Mouse will stay on stage. Meteor Makers versus SK later on. Of course, coming up after this game, we'll have the Tech Talk with the one and only Jonathan Fatality Wendell. But first of all, we have Matthew Zalma-Ryder up on the stage with someone who you may just recognize from Alternate Attacks.
Thanks, Joe. It's been an everlasting rivalry, and Alternate have for once come out on top. Brilliant performance. I'm here with a rather elated Moon. Obviously, you're feeling happy. Have you got any words for the Alternate fans?
Just thank you for supporting us. We had you in our backs, and we knew that, and that's why we actually won. So thank you.
Brilliant. The manager from Mousesports said that Tixo was stronger than Roman. I completely disagree. I think he was lying to the cameras. What have you got to say?
Well, Tixo really played amazingly good, but Roman even played better, so I guess that's just what I have to say. He's better than Tixo, and let's see in the next match.
And obviously it was a team effort, not just an individual performance that won you that game. What do you think was the key to your success?
I guess we just came step by step back into the game. We improved our tactics every time we played them, and finally were able to get that B1 rush and win the round. Because at the first rounds we were rushing every second round and losing it, but we were improving and improving it. We were never giving up, and then we finally got the round, and that was kind of breaking their neck.
And Moon, you're a pretty old school player. You've been playing the game for a long, long time. But obviously you still enjoy it. I was watching the reactions on your faces and the excitement that you had when you were playing. I mean, what keeps you going? What keeps that motivation?
Oh, it's basically the challenge, because the challenge is always there, and there always are teams that overcome you. There are always teams that are found, and everyone wants to win. And it's just a feeling like playing a tournament, and this is so great in esports, because you have this lots of tournaments, you have these great players, everyone is very kind, and of course this tournament is very great with this big stage, and what can be better?
Okay, and looking forward, I mean, this was a group stage game. You've still got a long, long way to go before you can really, truly call yourselves the top German team. What are you thinking about looking forward? What do you think is the key to keep the success coming in?
It's finding the right mix between having fun and spending a lot of time. You have to practice a lot, but on the other side you really have to be patient, and you really need the fun that we had in the war right now. If we hadn't had the fun, we would have lost probably 16-6 or something like that. But the fun is something very important in our game, and that's just what we have to keep up.
Brilliant. Well, I wish you guys all the best. I seriously think you're going to cause a bit of an upset going into the EU finals. We're now going to throw it over to Daniel